What would you do if you weren't afraid? For me, it's this. Putting something I made out into the world to be perceived and judged by others beyond my control. Hi, I'm Casey. You don't know me yet. Unless you're watching this video years down the line and I've actually made a go at this whole YouTube thing. In that case, hello old friend. Welcome to the beginning.
Casey equals nerd.
I've always been somebody who kept her cards close to her chest because that's what you do when you're a dreamer growing up amongst realists. That's also what you do when you don't feel like you have anything worth contributing to the world, or at least anything that other people might care about. But the danger in that way of thinking, in shrinking yourself to fit into this box that you've made for yourself, is that you begin to lose confidence, and then you lose sight of your purpose altogether. And without that purpose, without the nurturing sunlight of hope for the future, you'll begin to wilt, and the best parts of you will start to fade away. So why do we do this? I think it's because we're afraid the reality of the life we're choosing won't measure up to what we've spent our lives imagining. Maybe we've already settled. We know we could have worked harder for more. So we let our insecurities push us deeper into that box and shut ourselves away from what we think is gonna hurt us, ultimately causing us more pain. We let our insecurities push us down deeper into ourselves, withdrawing from the world, that nobody can point out our flaws and confirm our worst fears about ourselves, that we are worthless, unlovable, and that we don't have a place here on this earth. Or maybe that's just me. I don't know. All I know is one day I woke up and decided that enough was enough. I was going to take responsibility for who I'd become and work towards becoming the person that I always knew I wanted to be. In 2022, I committed to running every single day for 365 days straight, and I did that. In 2023, I decided it would be the year to grow in faith, in fitness, and in confidence, and I ran a half marathon. It was slower than molasses, but I did it. I also quit my job working as my uncle's administrative assistant and took on 2 other jobs as a production coordinator on 2 different movies, one filming in Florida and one filming in LA, and I got to go out and get experience working on those sets. I felt like I was finally merging back into my lane, working in creative spaces the way that I had always wanted to. However, I still wasn't sure that I was heading in the right direction. So in 2024, I decided to stop and reset. I didn't take any jobs that year. I didn't sign up for any races. I simply returned back to the basics, which for me is making sure that I am mentally, physically, and emotionally back on track. And that is in areas of health and fitness, family and friends. I started a consistent weightlifting routine at the gym to help my body recover from all the long distance training that I had put it through. I spent more time with my friends and family, laughing, playing games, traveling, and being active whenever we could. And I should say that none of this would have been possible for me if I hadn't been blessed by my uncle offering me a job right out of college in 2020, and my parents allowing me to live with them while I figured out my life and built up my savings account. So for them, I'm eternally grateful. I didn't know how badly I would need to take time this year to rest and recover until last summer when I discovered a golf ball sized lump at the base of my throat and was diagnosed with a 4-centimeter thyroid nodule, benign, praise the Lord, and had to completely shift the way that I lived my life, spurring me on to seek treatment and natural healing for the autoimmune issues and chronic illness that I finally realized had been running rampant in my body for who knows how long. And so I've been gluten and dairy free ever since. And no, I am still not over losing cheese and ice cream. Please no further comments at this time. Let's move on. But ever since I've started bringing down the inflammation in my body, I have seen more progress in my weight, in my sleep, and in my mental well-being than I have in all the years that I've been trying to get my health in order. So we're here at the Great Sand Dunes National Park, and I stopped about halfway. Everybody else made it to the top, and that's okay. We're here. It's still sandy, no matter where you look at it. I finally feel like I'm back to base and not in the back fighting for my life, just trying to keep up. Which brings me back to my initial question as I reevaluate at the start of the new year. What would I do if I wasn't afraid? I think I'll start sharing my work more often. Whether that's a silly little video about what I think or what I like at any given moment, or something more profound. I'm gonna start putting myself out there. A little messy, a lot flawed, but fully hopeful about what's to come. Because if there's anything that I've learned from the reset year, and even the years prior, is that honestly, it's not that deep. Nobody really cares what you do with your life, as long as you do something. If you're aiming to do something that adds value to others rather than bringing harm, you're gonna be okay. And that is what really matters, isn't it? Not what you do, but who you do it for. How you show up for the people in your life, day in and day out, and feeling gratitude when they show up for you and yours. So if you don't know what you're doing with your life, if you're trapped inside a box somewhere and the darkness feels like it's closing in, call a friend. It worked for me. I think that was pretty good. Why do we do this? Hopefully that was a good first take. Why? So why? Why do we do this? Just a couple options. I think it's because we're afraid that, too much, I'm messing up. Next one. I don't want to go back and watch this. Take 3, I think.